Sports news, the Flying Eagles were not able to grab a silverware at this year's AFCON. I guess we'll have to say better luck next time. Ayo.
Yes, indeed, Melinda. Better luck next time to the Flying Eagles. Or South Africa secured the bronze medal at the 2019 CAF Under-20 AFCON after defeating Nigeria's representatives on penalties this evening. Well, the game had ended goalless in regulation time. Although the Flying Eagles dominated the game, they couldn't break down the resilient South African defense, forcing the game into a penalty shootout. Star midfielder Adamo El Hassan missed his kick as the Amajitas managed to hold their nerve to triumph 5-3, with Sefesile Mekize converting the winning penalty.
Nigeria followed suit. Jamil doing likewise. The Kamani kept it going. Zaruma keeping them alive. Nigeria knew their keeper Ogwongdar had to make a save. That's the closest he probably got from Modise's fabulous effort. Effiong Michael kept Nigeria's hopes alive, but they were extinguished by the right boot of Nekise, who scored their first goal of the tournament and slots the last penalty of their run here in Niger. A fabulous tournament for South Africa. Not always easy.
Congratulations to the South African side. Meanwhile, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria will know their group opponents at this year's FIFA Under-20 World Cup holding in Poland on February the 24th. The World Football Governing Body FIFA confirmed that ticket sales for the championship will open on February the 26th. The announcement comes less than 100 days to the kickoff of the championship, in which 4 African countries, Nigeria, Mali, Senegal and South Africa, have already been listed among the qualified nations. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, will use the video assistant referee, or VAR, at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations to be held in Egypt. This was announced by the Continental Football Body today following a meeting in Niamey, Niger Republic. CAF explained that African referees with previous training in VAR will be called upon for the tournament. Uruguayan Fabian Coito has been announced as the new head coach of the Honduras national team. The former Uruguay Under-20 head coach has been entrusted with leading Honduras during the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualification series. Coito has been working with Uruguay's various youth squads for over 10 years, having joined the Uruguayan Football Federation in 2007. And Belgium's Elise Martins rallied from a set down to beat Romania's Simona Halep 3-6, 6-4, 6-3 and clinched her first Premier level title at the Qatar Open on Saturday. After both players dropped their opening service game, Halep took control of the encounter by winning 18 consecutive points from 3-3 to clinch the first set. With momentum firmly on her side, Martins claimed a crucial early break in the deciding set and went on to hold off a late Halep surge to win her 5th WTA title. Mertens has defeated 3 top 10 foes in the last 3 rounds overall. And that's a wrap on sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Thank you so much, Ayo. 9 illegal miners have been rescued from a gold mine in Zimbabwe days after a burst dam flooded 2 shafts. They're reported to have survived by finding higher ground and waiting while up to their necks in water. Dozens are feared to have died on the ground since the accident happened on Tuesday night. The government has declared the accident near the town of Kadoma, southwest of the capital Harare, a national disaster. Miners say those trapped are mostly under the age of 24. A parliamentary committee tasked with amending Sudan's constitution to allow President Omar al-Bashir to run for another term has announced that it will indefinitely postpone a meeting to draft those changes. The move comes amidst almost daily street protests since mid-December, initially sparked by rising food prices and cash shortages. President al-Bashir, an Islamist and former army officer, came to power after a military coup. He won elections in 2010 and 2015 after changes in the constitution following a peace agreement with southern rebels who then seceded to form South Sudan. He's now facing unprecedented opposition to his rule, with street protests involving hundreds of people almost on a daily basis. Elections are expected to be held in the spring of 2020. U.S. President Donald Trump is facing legal challenges to his decision to use emergency powers to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border. California and New York say they will take legal action to challenge his move to bypass Congress and secure funding for the project. Building the wall was a key pledge to President Trump's campaign, and he feels he has to fulfill it. Democrats say it's a gross abuse of power and vow to contest it using every means possible. On Friday, Mr. Trump signed the emergency declaration along with a spending bill aimed at preventing a repeat of a recent government shutdown. Declaring an emergency could give him access to billions of dollars. Mr. Trump announced the plan after Congress refused funding the wall.
I'm going to be signing a national emergency, and it's been signed many times before. It's been signed by other presidents. From 1977 or so, it gave the presidents the power. There's rarely been a problem. They sign it. Nobody cares. I guess they weren't very exciting, but nobody cares. They sign it for far less important things in some cases, in many cases. We're talking about an invasion of our country with drugs, with human traffickers, with all types of criminals and gangs.
U.S. President Donald Trump. And the main news again. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, today blamed the postponement of the elections on logistics. The commission has, however, promised Nigerians that all loose ends will be tightened before February the 23rd. Also today, there was public outcry, condemnation and questions for INEC as Nigerians, political parties and presidential candidates expressed different views over the postponement of the exercise. And 9 illegal miners have been rescued from a gold mine in Zimbabwe, days after a burst dam flooded 2 shafts. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinlami.